I've never broken anything. I've never sprained anything.
I, on the other hand, I'm super accident prone, so I've fallen off the stage. I broke my foot just like stepping off the stage. Always covered in bruises, sprained a few ankles.
He fell off the stage in Taiwan, got back up, started dancing and fell off again. It was like, how, what?
Oh, I've cut myself. You've smashed my head against the table and I stepped on some glass and had it in my foot for a week. The usual.
Yeah. My name is Suzanne Cleary. I am from the Atomic Saloon show and I'm an Irish dancer.
I'm Peter Harding. I am also at the Atomic Saloon show. I'm an Irish dancer as well, and I'm from Wales. So Suzanne and I are part of a duo called Up and Over It. And Up and Over is an Irish dancing move with a big leap, and we incorporate a little bit of comedy, a bit of clowning, and a bit of other styles of dancing, kind of like tap and clogging. We wanted to kind of flip Irish dancing around. We started that about 15 years ago. Took a show to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and then from there we did a few videos online. A couple of them went viral, and that's how Ross Mollison found us and brought us into the Spiegelworld family.
I was growing up on a naval base in Ireland, and the Navy men would be over one side and I'd be on the other side doing my Irish dancing with my mom. So they'd be all marching in step with the sound of the Irish dance music. It was very strict, and I went there every day, and then I'd go off the island to my classes, and then the next day again down at the drill shed marching around with all the soldiers. I thought it was normal, but it was pretty bizarre.
We didn't have much money growing up, so they said if you want to go to competitions, if you want to go to America or Ireland to compete, then you need to practice every day for, an hour or 2 hours a day. My parents dedicated this back room for my Irish dancing, and I just tore the carpet up. There was tiles under the carpet, I smashed them all.
Peter and myself found each other at competition at the age of 13, 14.
I was a late starter in Irish dancing. I started when I was 12, so when I started she was the world champion, so I was just kind of really wanted to meet her and hang out with her, and yeah, we just had fun, didn't we?
Yeah.
When I first met Suzanne, it was super intimidating. She was such a phenomenal dancer. I was a plastic paddy. I was from Wales with Irish heritage. I used to do tap dancing before Irish dancing, so my knees were wide and I couldn't turn my feet out. So it was great to have kind of someone to look up to, and we got the chance to work together as well. We kind of really bounced off each other. Suzanne with a more kind of technicality, and me with a kind of broad spectrum of dance styles. We kind of just fitted super well.
Yeah, lock those elbows.
Twisting the body, stepping in front, twisting the body.
Yeah. From the step toe heel, your hands are back. Back, yeah. Pete was very well known in the Irish dance world for his smile. Irish dancers don't smile, we're very serious, hands down. No expression, until this guy came along and changed everything, coming from his showbiz background. And everybody would say, oh, the guy with the smile is on. So we'd run over and we'd be like, why is he smiling? And we were like, who's this guy? Pete and myself used to get in trouble a little bit for experimenting with the choreography. And we'd be like, oh, put this arm in. Let's try this, And then afterwards, we'd get the finger.
I remember doing the jazz hands for the first time. I actually remember this, and our resident director came up to me and said, it's very Michael Jackson. Maybe you want to tone it down a little bit. But there was no way we were toning it down. We were having just so much fun, and the audience were responding, so we were like,
we were a bit naughty. We just continued on because the rest of the cast were like, this is brilliant. This is so different. The rest is boring, So we just kept doing it, even though we kept on getting in trouble. But
it was worth it.
It was worth it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. 7, 8. Okay. So that kind of a swing.
Jazz hand.
Jazz hand.
Jazz hand.
Jazz hand. We decided to do a video online of us doing this hand dancing, and that kind of really went viral, and we said, if it gets to 20,000 hits, we'll buy ourselves new bikes. Do you remember push bikes? And it got to 20,000 hits, we bought the push bikes, and then within a week, it got to 1 million hits.
Yeah.
And then it got just bigger and bigger and bigger. We were being flown to New York to do like chat shows. People just really wanted us all of a sudden. And
it was amazing, but it was kind of scary too, wasn't it? It was like, oh God, you know,
no
as if we were going to be Madonna or something. Irish dance shows, we never really part of the circus. We accidentally fell into this, and now we're with Spiegel World, which is a crazy fun family.
They allow you the creativity to kind of do your own thing, be your own performer, and they really harness that individuality and that personality and try to share that with the audience in a very up close and personal setting compared to huge arenas and with tiny dots on the stage. We are really close to the audience, and that's a really fun and exciting way to perform.
Since we started in Atomic Saloon, we have evolved the act.
10 years ago, we were kind of like very kind of sexy, hot, cool clothes, very fashionable, cool hair. And then this time, Cal McChrystal, the director of Atomic Saloon, were like, okay, you're Irish peasants, here's a pair of buck teeth and a flat cap. And yeah, create something, you know, brand new again, which is another fantastic challenge. And we do love being the kind of uglier side of circus, which is really good fun. One of the biggest challenges of doing a 10-show week is keeping it fresh. And so being so close to the audience and having a different audience every night, and Suzanne and I get to like actually walk through the audience and talk to them before the show. It's great. There's no way that you're going to stare off into the middle distance and go on autopilot. You have to be there and make sure that the audience is having a great time and are there with you throughout the whole show. If we don't feel that kind of buzz in the room as we're performing, then we're not doing our job very well. And that's why we like to evolve the act and try to keep it as fresh as possible.
1, 2, 3.
We're all away from home here. None of us are kind of Vegas locals. So that kind of puts you in a strange headspace, and we try to make the backstage area as positive as possible for everybody. Whatever happens on stage, off stage, we are a family and we like to look out for each other. We started this because we were best friends and we wanted to work together and we wanted to carry on working together. And I think because we have that foundation, we kind of go with the ebb and flow of that relationship. And Vegas is a beautiful opportunity for us both to kind of create a life separate but also together. We couldn't be more thankful for that.
Let me cry, you know. Makes for great TV.
There are plenty more Circus Town videos to check out, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a trick.